We're talking NFL draft, looking now at the third round. And Phil, for the third straight round, we've got the first pick of the round.
Yeah, the Oakland Raiders select Brandon Parker, offensive tackle from NC State. And this is really one of our success stories. Went and saw him. Matter of fact, the afternoon after I saw Darius Leonard from South Carolina State. And, you know, Brandon's a tall, angular tackle. He's got a ton of upside potential. The Raiders don't need him to play this year. This was a pick for 2019. I think he's an excellent developmental prospect.
He got a big bump from our game, but who got the biggest bump out of our third-round pick?
Well, I think there were two in the third round. Nathan Shepard, defensive tackle from Fort Hays State College in Kansas, via Canada, 25 years old. He was sort of discovered during the fall. We bring him here. He practiced extremely well for 2 days, broke a bone in his hand, unfortunately, but he stayed, did all the interviews, met people. Then he showed up at the Combine, had a phenomenal workout. He goes in the third round to the New York Jets. And then how about Alex Kappa from Humboldt State? LaCharles Bentley, one of my former players at the Cleveland Browns, gives me a tip at Iowa State back in the summer. Says, hey, I'm working with this guy at my O-line academy. You got to go check him out. So Patrick Wu did. We sign him up. Alex Kappa comes in here and truly breaks even during the week. And now he won big in the third round of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who, remember, took Ali Marpet in the second round a couple years ago out of this game from Hobart College in New York.
That's right. You know, our scout Patrick Wu drove through a fire, a natural disaster, all the way up to Humboldt State near Eureka, California, and got Alex Kappa, who goes in the third round. All right, who provides immediate help?
Well, I think Fred Warner from BYU, the linebacker, gets drafted by San Francisco in the third round. Of course, we know all about the Reuben Foster situation, what's going to be the ramifications of that. But Fred Warner could get into the rotation right away, so I think they may need him immediately as soon as the OTAs and the minicamp.
Best value pick of the third round?
Best value to me was Harrison Phillips, the defensive tackle from Stanford University. You know, he was one of my personal Red Star players. I mean, this is a class act and a good player on the field, great individual off the field. Remember Kyle Williams, who we put in our recent Senior Bowl Hall of Fame a few years ago from LSU? He's had a long career in Buffalo. Well, Harrison Phillips is going to the Buffalo Bills. They're going to be two peas in a pod, one older, one younger, but it's the same kind of guy. Incredible value for the Bills there in the third round.
He's got a built-in mentor there. All right, who's your spotlight pick for the third guy you really want to keep an eye on, focus on?
Well, we know all about the Dallas Cowboys here in recent weeks. Dez Bryant released and Jason Witten going to retire and go into the broadcast booth. So they take Michael Gallup, the wide receiver from Colorado State, over 100 catches this past year. He's going to get a chance to play on the outside, probably in Dez Bryant's vacated spot. If not as the star, certainly as a guy that's going to rotate in there. But this is the big, physical, powerful receiver that had really strong production at CSU. I think this was a nice roll of the dice for the Cowboys in the third round.